Wow. It's already broken. Unbelievable. Wow, I think PNG Tuber Plus is just, like, done. I think that program's just not going to work anymore for some reason. Anyway, hey, I'm here. It is 1:30 a.m. It's late. It's Monday morning, May 4th. I'd feel worse about this, but I only have 3 days of work this week, so whatever. We're just going to get right into it. This whole week is just going to be Apollo Justice. I don't know if I'm going to finish Case 5 this week, but we're going to make an honest attempt at it. I'm probably going to be here Tuesday and Wednesday, but not tomorrow night. So, just as a heads up now. I don't have much to talk about. I kind of slept the whole weekend, which kind of sucks. But, yeah, whatever. I'm here now. Like Neil Breen. I got crusty for a sec. Yeah, I think it's because of PNG Tuber Plus. I think something's just busted with it. Anyway. Sleeping, video games, and drawing. That's all I did all weekend. And then I did a little yard work today. Anyway, Apollo's adopted father is here. We're trying to look for the Founder's Orb. And supposedly this guy had it, but now he's dead. Find out where the doctor went. Ask the villagers about the glowing moths. Look for the Founder's Orb. Okay. So we talked to the dead archaeologist's child, who is a shut-in. And they control a drone. And that they are shut in because their mom... There's a big accident about 6-7 months ago. Fuck. There's a big accident about 6 months ago. The child's mother jumped out of the window with them to save them. And the mother died from her wounds. So they've been traumatized ever since. And now their father's dead. So that's just great. Hoo boy. Also, there's some weird... there's this politician going around here named Politician. As you can see, he slapped his face all over the bus stop. The only notable landmark in Kurine Village. Ugh. Feels like somebody's watching me, and it's really creeping me out. Oh, it's just Politician's campaign posters. When did he put these up? Whatever. I've got more important things to be paying attention to. What great weather. Really lifts the spirits. I know. After our little treasure hunt, what do you say we go hunting, son? Hunting? We used to do that a lot, didn't we? Just look at that mountain. I bet there are some feisty wild boars up there. I think I'll pass, but thanks. Oh, so hunting's a no-go here. Well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Apollo, something seems different from the last time we were here. You mean the posters? Hey, V2, how you doing? No, not those. What's he talking about? Guess I should take a look around myself. I think he's talking about that easel. That poor child. How is he going to survive all on his own? Yeah, it's not like he could go out grocery shopping on his own. Yeah, you can. Just use DoorDash. We should drop off some food later. No, that would only make it worse. We should be encouraging him to come out on his own. Once his food runs out, he'll have to leave the house if he wants to eat. Talk about your old-school siege tactics. Sounds more like you want him to starve him out. Yes, what is it? Talk about an awkward silence. I have no idea what to say. Yeah, I've got nothing. Oh, come on, son. Don't tell me you've got nothing. I already read that. When did Politician have a chance to put up all these election posters? That old fool keeps sticking them on our houses. He's a disgrace to his distinguished heritage. He's doing this without permission? What do we have here? Doing great, how am I? I'm doing alright. I slept most of the weekend, so I feel a little weird, but... Looks like an unfinished picture, like something a little kid might paint. You're right, but I can't quite tell what it's of. I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's that thing on the left? A monster or some kind of alien, perhaps? Apollo layered cakes. Hey, Izzy. In any case, it's a pretty poor excuse for a drawing. Well, what did you expect from a little kid? Little kid? Huh? Oh, it's you, Pearl. Why, Mr. Apollo, is that you? What a pleasant surprise. It's been quite some time. How have you been? Fine, thanks. You're looking good too, Pearl. Aren't you going to introduce me, son? Of course. This is Pearl Fay. She's a spirit medium here in Karine Village. Pearl, this is Dirk, my, client. Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Nice to meet you too, and what polite little girl you are. Actually, I'm a high schooler. Whoops, sorry about that. So you're a spirit medium? Does that mean you could channel spirits then? Yes, I'm still in training though. But I'm well versed in the art of spirit channeling. Well now, isn't that something? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't channeled a single spirit yet. Pretty impressive young lady. Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there's so much more I must learn. Mystic Maya? Oh, right, Maya Fay. Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant. Jesus, probably put you in the taffy stretching machine. She's just taller. He told me all about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves. Oh, Apollo's never met Maya. Okay. Yes, she's an amazing medium. Oh, that makes sense, because Apollo only joined the firm 2 years ago. So Apollo and Athena have not met Maya yet. Trucy probably has. And Emma. Yes, she's an amazing medium, and soon she'll be the next head of the Fae clan, too. Mediums and spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. He said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. Wonder if even little Pearl will turn into a hulking giant if she had the chance to channel one. Did they teach you to read and write yet? I hope so. Hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way out here, Mr. Apollo? Oh, just a small matter to take care of. Wait, would it happen to be the matter Mr. Edgeworth is looking into? Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here? Oh, so it's a different matter then. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something. Oh? So now Phoenix and Edgeworth are both here for some reason. Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright's and the district's chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Karine? Well, no point obsessing over it. Come to think of it, you live here in Karine Village, don't you, Pearl? Yes, I was born and raised here. This is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night. I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe we should show her what we found in the doctor's study. What a peaceful place. Nothing beats mountain air. Many of the villagers have left for the city, but I just love it here. Blue skies, lush forests, star-filled skies at night, and fireflies in the summer. Plus the big, beautiful blue ocean is just beyond that mountain. The ocean? What do you say we go for a swim, son? Oh, I think I'll pass. Besides, I can't swim. Pearl, Karine Village is like the home of spirit mediums, right? Yes, and I'm part of a long line of mediums. Never seen channeling before, but is it possible to channel the spirit of anyone who's passed away? No, not just anyone. You must know their face and true name. Really? You could channel a spirit just by knowing their face and name? That's an amazing ability. It is, but it can be only learned by those with a gift occurring in certain bloodlines, and years of intense training. At present, Mystic Maya and I are the only ones in our village who can channel spirits. Looks like spirit mediums are highly valued here, much like they are back in Karine. I heard there used to be many more of us a long time ago, but now we're in very short supply. Most of the women nowadays don't want to stay. They want the thrill of the big city. Yeah, well, you guys aren't exactly close to any shopping malls or nightclubs out here. But what about you? Are you not interested in things like that? Who, me? Well, I wouldn't mind a new outfit or two. And, well, oh, never mind. It's okay, Pearl. You're at that age, after all. Oh, we met this weirdo earlier named Politician. Do you know anything about him? Yes, he's been campaigning a lot around here lately. And the noise he's been making has become quite a problem. Yeah. People are especially upset that he's campaigning at all hours of the night and day. Well, the local police should arrest him for disturbing the peace. Unfortunately, there's little they can do because the Attition family is so powerful. Well, isn't he the proverbial pampered provincial prince? Ugh. Plus, there's only 2 murders here, San Tokyo. That's so many, most of them solved by Mr. Wright. He seems pretty intent on winning here in Kurine. Is there some special reason why? I'm not sure, but I have an idea. The spirit mediums of Kurine once held considerable sway in the political world. Judging by his slogan, maybe that's what he's after. Great, so he's just another politician seeking powerful connections. The ability to commune with the dead gives comfort to those anxious about the future. Tiny Kurine has preserved its independence, but the Queen's power of spirit channeling must play a similar role in this village. Yes, even today, many here revere those with spirit medium blood flowing through their veins. Wow. Blech. So basically, as politician's benefactor goes, so goes the whole village? Who is this benefactor? Who could hold this much sway over Kurine Village? I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over a lot of words here. Seeing you present your badge like that reminds me of when I used to investigate cases alongside Mr. Nick. You used to help Mr. Wright all the time, I hear. That I did. Doing so helped me expand my horizons beyond this tiny little village. So please, Mr. Apollo, if there's anything I can help you with, you just let me know. I will. What I really like is her help with cleaning the office again. Oh, sorry. I wish I could help, but... No, don't worry about it. I'm sorry I wasted your time like that. At least let me offer you some tea. I mean, you must be tired from all your investigating. Oh, no, you don't have to do that. We'll be just fine, thank you. She's so polite, it's hard not to feel rude around her. What do you know, Pearl? Tell me your secrets. Politicians want to get a hold on spirit mediums for political power. Me cackling in my own national history. Oh, wow. You see this toy before? Nope. I feel like the raincoat is that object in the painting. Nope. Pearl, do you have any idea where this moss might grow? That looks like Mitama moss. It grows on Mount Mitama and gives off a soft glow in the dark. Mount Mitama. See that mountain over there? That's Mount Mitama. And how would one get there? You could take a bus from that bus stop over there. May I ask why you're so interested in that moss? Well, Dr. Buff was supposed to give us something, but it seems he hid it somewhere last night. He did? Maybe that's why he, Pearl, do you know something that might help us? Well, sounds like I better find out what she knows. Pearl Fay, age 18, Miss Maya Fay's cousin. She's also one of Kurine Village's spirit mediums. She's always really courteous. Miles Edgeworth, age 35, Mr. Wright's best friend, in quotation marks, and the district's chief prosecutor. His frilly cravat makes one strong statement. Pearl, do you have any idea where Dr. Buff might have gone last night? About that. All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Mitama. That's someone whose dad used to be a witch for the local politicians, and all of a sudden all my fiction writing is faker than ever. Wow. My bracelet, it's reacting. Which means Pearl is hiding something from me. Alright. Thought this was gonna be Psyche Lock, so I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm not playing as Phoenix. That it? Oh, she's got moss on her finger. Or paint. Gotcha! Pearl, you seem anxious around the topic of Mount Mitama. I could tell because you'd rub your thumb over a splotch of dried paint as you said it. Well, that nighttime painting is yours, isn't it? This is so embarrassing. As you saw, I'm not a very good artist. But that picture has nothing to do with Dr. Buff. I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I'm going to guess that while you were out here painting last night, you actually saw the good doctor heading out to Mount Mitama from the bus stop. No, I didn't see anything like that, I swear. No, I'm positive you saw the doctor. After all, it's right here in your picture.
Take that!
Why would you draw him, then? Still can't believe magic is admissible in court, Zinjimong. I mean, technically we're not in court right now. There's technically no case right now, so... Apollo can use all the magic bullshit he wants. You think that's the doctor? I may not be a very good artist, but at least I know how to draw a person. Okay, if this isn't a person, then what is it? That's a rain spirit. And what's a rain spirit doing at a bus stop? Oh, rain spirits have places to go too, you know. This is getting ridiculous. Sorry, Pearl, but you're not a very good liar. That is Dr. Buff, and this piece of evidence proves it.
Take that!
This is the raincoat we found in the doctor's study. It's still wet and muddy, so we know that someone wore it last night. Now, see how this pattern is the same as the rain spirit in your picture? Blech. Ah, you didn't see his rain spirit last night. You saw Dr. Buff wearing this raincoat. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to lie, but... I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, Mr. Apollo, but I did see the doctor last night. It's alright. Just please tell me everything you know. Of course. I was painting out here last night when the doctor came up to the bus stop. He was wearing a raincoat even though it wasn't raining, and a helmet with the light on it. Sounds like he was well prepared for something. I know. That's why I asked him if he was going off exploring again. He looked startled, like he hadn't noticed me there. And then he suddenly said, "Please don't tell anyone you saw me here." Why would he want to silence you like that? Something must have happened to spook him, and he didn't want anyone to know where he was going to hide the orb. But where could he have been going dressed up like that? My best guess is a cave somewhere on Mount Mitama. Heard there's a cave where spirit mediums of Quran tradition went to train long ago. Legend has it there's some sort of mystical ruins in there. Oh shit, and we take a bus there? Not a train? The bus headed for Mystic Ruins will be departing soon. There's this case at hand. How is it the birdie will get a dump? Hey, Wolfshy, how you doing? Sounds like the exact sort of place an archaeologist might go. Well, we should get going now, but thanks for all your help, Pearl. You're welcome, Mr. Apollo. Please take care. What do you say we go find that cave, son? Since that the orb might finally be within our grasp. This treasure hunt is shaping up to be the real deal. Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. May 16th. Mount Mitama. Cave entrance. I like that there's just... like, it's just easy to find the cave. Whew. I'm all out of breath. Oh, come on. That was nothing. And you're so much younger than me. I, don't normally get this much exercise. Need a break? No, I'm fine. Also love that he's still wearing his, like, lawyer clothes. Just, like, casually. Dirk, look, there's Mitama moss growing in that cave over there. This must be where the doctor was last night. Let's take a look inside. May 16th, Mount Mitama. Cave. I can't see a thing. Relax, your eyes will adjust eventually. Now follow me. I really think we need a flashlight, Dirk. Should have brought one along then, son. Here, use mine. Thanks. Wait, were you holding out on me? Who are you talking to, Apollo? You? Whoa! Someone just pushed me. Apollo? What the? Apollo! Ow. Are you alright, son? Yeah. Looks like someone got the drop on us. Quite literally. But who? I mean, we could have died from that fall. Apollo came... Hey, Flaming Cow Juice, how you doing? I don't know. I don't think we'll be getting out the way we came in. Looks like we're in a pretty deep cave. Nothing to do but press on, son. How can you even see in here? Come on, let's go. Hey, wait! One false step and we're dead. What in the world should we do? Let's try climbing back up. Can you even see the wall in front of you? No. Well, I can tell you it's far too steep. You never know until you try. Here goes nothing. Huh? Your loud voice may move mountains, but you barely moved an inch, son. What in the world should we do? How about we wait for help to come? And how are we to call for said help, With my phone, obviously, I'll just... of course we're in a dead zone. First time we see Apollo's phone. It's still a flip phone, but it's got a little screen on the front, and he's got the bum wrap Riney keychain on it. I guess Juniper must have given that to him. Okay, just woke up, gotta go to work around 9, so we'll either try to go back to sleep in a few or just slam energy drinks all day. I would say just try to go back to sleep. Guess that's that. Just great. Guess we keep going. Must be some path for Dr. Buff to follow them when he came back to hide the orb. Right. By the way, it looks like our attacker left us a useful parting... By the way, it looks like our attacker left us with this useful parting gift. From lawyer to spelunker. How do I always get myself into these situations? We're never going to make it out alive, I hope you know. Don't tell me you're scared, son. We're just getting started. The greatest treasures are only ever found at the point of a blade or the edge of a cliff. Sleep is better, might crash if you go to work with the drinks. Yeah, I mean, it's also just like I feel like society as a whole is starting to get a very unhealthy obsession with energy drinks. Or rather, we've been there for like a long while. And I think it might be better to start getting us like back on track with getting proper sleep. I should know, I just slept all weekend. Yeah, sure, if I'd known I'd wind up at the bottom of some dark, damp cave, I would have never taken your request, Dirk. Save your breath, Apollo. Just keep putting one foot ahead of the other. There'd really be a better way out. I'm just tripping over my words all night, huh? There'd really be a better... How come I can't read this? There'd really be a better way... There really better be... I keep saying B first. There'd really better be a way out of here. We'll find one before you know it. We'll see. May 16th. Mount Mitama. Cave. We're still in the cave. We've been walking for over an hour. It's like a maze in here. Couldn't get back to where we were if we started, if we wanted to. Yeah, this cave goes deeper than I thought. Wait, don't tell me there really is no way out. Where there's a will, there's a way. You're the optimist, aren't you? Maybe we should cut our losses while we still can. I'm not taking another step, Dirk. Come on now, be reasonable. No, I'm done, and that's final. I remember when you used to throw tantrums like this. Well, I'm not a child anymore. There, it's okay. Daddy'll buy you anything you want once we get home, son. Better quit now while I still have some manhood left to salvage. But it doesn't look like Dirk was about to quit anytime soon. Even still, maybe we should cut our losses while we still can. Turn back. I seriously think we're gonna get completely turned around if we go any further, Dirk. I mean, we don't even know if there's a way out up ahead. But we do know we can't climb up that wall. Yeah, but I still know the way back from here. Don't worry, son. We can always go back there anytime we want. If you say so. Famous last words if I've ever heard some. Even if we were to turn back, we wouldn't be able to make it up that wall of solid rock. So I guess we keep going. See, I wasn't kidding when they said they've never done something like this in, like, an Ace Attorney investigation, like, segment before. How did I get stuck wandering around in such a dark cave again? Rather. It's definitely not in my job description. Listen, son. Only the truly accomplished have the luxury of being so choosy. When I was just starting out, I did everything from street performing to yak milking. And that helped you become an accomplished attorney how? It didn't. But when you need to earn a living, you'll take on any job just to survive. Say, how is your career going, by the way? Well, it's been a harrowing adventure so far, to say the least. My first trial really put me through the ringer. And my next case had me investigating a pair of stolen panties. You ever meet an evil defense attorney before, Dirk? And just when I was hitting my stride, this one prosecutor branded me as Air Forehead. Oh, and then there's this other ridiculous prosecutor who wields a samurai sword. Sounds like you've, seen quite a bit. You're telling me. Listen, Apollo. I'm sorry I didn't contact you for so long. It's fine, Dirk. What happened, happened. Careful, the ground doesn't feel as solid there. What? Yikes! The cave floor's collapsing! Not again! Ah! Shit, man. May 16th. Hey, Apollo, can you hear me? Dirk? Huh? Where are we? Whoa, what is this place? Okay, but if the floor had to collapse for them to get here, how did Dr. Buff get here last night? I was shocked too. These ruins look really old. It's not exactly something you'd expect to find in the middle of a cave system, that's for sure. Maybe the doctor hid the orb around here? I mean, those look like footprints over there. You litter? Son of a bitch. Son, I think our little adventure is about to pay dividends. Time to find that orb. Wonder what this place was for before it was, well, ruins. I'm guessing it was a place for spirit mediums to perform their rites. But the earthquakes and the changing landscape eventually buried it. If you're right, that means it hasn't been used in ages. What's that? It's my attorney's badge. Could relate. Used to want to show mine off, too. Don't ever show it to... Yeah, no, we've already covered that ground. The old show 'em and see what they say tactic. Used to try that whenever I had nothing else to say. Who says I have nothing else to say? It's written all over your face. Like you have anything to add right now. The Founder's Orb. They say that the Holy Mother will return when the riddle of the orb is solved, and she will bestow great spiritual power upon whoever accomplishes that feat. Wonder if I could channel spirits if I had such power. So that's the hole we fell through. Doesn't look like we'll be going back that way. Oh, they fell through a different spot in the area. We're lucky we survived the fall from way up there. Indeed, that hole hadn't been above the lake, we'd been history. You passed out the moment you hit the water. Yeah, well, water's not really my thing. This cavern is solid rock all around. Looks like we either go back through that hole, or find some other way out. Why am I always between a rock and a hard place? That also means Apollo's now stuck with, like, soggy, button-down suit clothing on, and I'm just like, oh, that's so uncomfortable. These have got to be the doctor's footprints. They match the bottoms of the boots we saw in his study. So he made it all the way down here. The water's washed most of them away, but his footprints are everywhere. Really? Because these are the only set I see. Must have been looking for something. These prints, they're coming out of that lake. Hey, you're right. I mean, Dr. Buff came walking out of the water. What's that plastic bottle doing there? There's seaweed stuck to it, which means it probably came from the ocean. It's possible this cavern is connected to the sea somehow. Driftwood? Driftwood? How'd that get in there? By drifting on in, I'd assume. The question is, from where? I mean, where do you think? I think we made it a point that it's that this is connected to the ocean. It's a big stone altar. One false move and some god might come and smite us. Oh, come on. It's not all doom and gloom. I dare you to look at our surroundings and say that again, Dirk. You got me there, son. Dear gods, please smite me now. This box looks pretty new. Guessing the doctor's the one who brought it down here. It's no good. It's locked tight. There's no way to open it? Doesn't look like it. There isn't even a keyhole. Which means there must be some trick to opening it. We'll have to figure it out if we want to see what's inside. This lake looks really deep. Can't even see the bottom. A bottomless lake in the depths of a mountain cave system. My blood runs cold at the thought of falling in there. The water, it's salty. This lake may very well lead to the ocean. Didn't Pearl mention something about the ocean? Like how it's on the other side of the mountain? Can't imagine she meant it literally. Let's sum up what we know so far. The orb is almost definitely inside this box contraption that we can't open. As for this cave, there doesn't seem to be any way out. We're this close to the orb. Oh, come on now, son. Don't be like that. It's just a bit of bad luck. That's all. A bit. Murphy called and he wants his law back. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Ha 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 ha. How can he laugh at a time like this? We're stuck here for now, so we might as well try to open this thing. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. This thing is covered with pictures. And hey, each section also rotates. Take a look at this, son. See the picture of the dragon battling a tiger? And this green and purple one of a Kurinese butterfly and a Mitama. Wonder if they're clues for figuring out how to open this box. There's a big button here. Huh, nothing happened. It appears the box uses a picture-based combination lock. We'll have to arrange the pictures on each side in the correct sequence. Let's see, there's a dragon and a tiger fight, Kurinese butterfly with the Mitama, and a number of other pictures too. Dirk, I was thinking, maybe we should check the evidence we've collected so far. I think we have something that just might help us open it. You read my mind, son. I think this will help us open the puzzle box.
Take that!
Dr. Buff's research notes mention the Song of Ceremony. Maybe its lyrics and pictures on the box correspond somehow. Think you're onto something, son. Okay, let's give it a shot. Each dial has 6 pictures, and there are 4 dials in all. Box should open once the pictures are arranged in the right order. Funky puzzle box, here comes justice. Huh, let's stop in the middle. Butterfly embraces Mitama. Offer thy prayers as fervent fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Guess that's it. And then, sing upon us in all our glory, the founder bestows the greatest power. So that would be her? No, that would be that one. It won't open. Maybe the pictures aren't in the right order. He should open if the pictures are arranged properly, but... I know, I should carefully consider which part of the song corresponds to which picture. Also, I guess I could zoom in and out with the R-stick to help me see the pictures a little bit better. Not that I need to or anything, thanks to the amazing lighting in this cave. In the Dragon and Tiger battle, Founder offers divine protection. Butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Setting upon us in all her glory, the Founder bestows the greatest power known. Maybe that needs to be in the middle. Oh, that's not praying. That's a dragon eating someone. That's the prayers. I think. Oh, I see. There's a picture in the middle. So if we do that, then it matches. Butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I don't think that needs to be tilted. When Dragon and Tiger battle, Founder offers divine protection. So that would be that. And then that. And then that. So maybe it's just that one section. Yep. It opened. So this is the Founder's Orb, huh? We did it, son. The orb is finally ours. Founder's Orb updated in the court record. Karayan National Treasure. The doctor hid it in the ruins before his untimely death. At last, the Founder's Orb is ours. And it's all thanks to you, son. Well done. Then again, I'd expect nothing less from my boy. Oh, it's no big deal. It's the moon. Don't sell yourself short. You may think it's nothing, but your insights and reasoning led us here. And I'd say that's truly impressive. I don't know about that. All those battles you fought in the courtroom have shaped you into the man you are today. And I couldn't be prouder. Will you cut it out already? Before I turn into a sun-ripened tomato. With this orb, I could finally deliver a fatal blow to the Garan regime. So how exactly do you plan on using it? You're not going to try to become a spirit medium, are you? Don't be ridiculous. I don't need supernatural powers like that. So then are you going to use it as a bargaining chip with Queen Garan? Like demanding she abolishes the Defense Culpability Act? Well, the thought had crossed my mind, but the main thing is returning this to the Kingdom of Karayan. After all, as a sacred relic of Karayanism, it's where it belongs. Really? That's all you wanted to do? Mm-hmm. Because my true objective has always been to find out who asked Dr. Buff to study it and why. I'm not sure I follow. The orb is ours at last. Just glad we were able to make what you said in your broadcast a reality. Me too. I didn't want to admit it before, but starting to have second thoughts about making such a big, bold move. I kept thinking, what would happen if we failed to get the orb? Just another example of how a bluff can be the starting point in the quest for truth. And what a hard-won truth it was. But I couldn't have done it without you, son. The orb's significance. The official story is that the orb was stolen from the temple's treasure room. Yeah, I heard about that in the news. They also said your group was behind the theft. That's not good. We're probably on an international most wanted list now. Let me ask you something, Apollo. Who do you think really stole the orb? I really haven't a clue. Well, I think it was one of the royals. Really? Someone from the royal family? Yeah, and I've got a pretty good idea which one it was. He knows who it is. Care to share your hunch? All I'll say at this point is this. Security is pretty tight, but the royals have unfettered access to the control room. Plus, they seem to be turning a blind eye to the orb's loss. Why would a member of the royal family do that? That I haven't figured out yet. But whatever the reason, it can't be good. I mean, a Kurainese royal stealing a national treasure of such religious significance, and then pinning the crime on us, the Defiant Dragons. Sounds like a conspiracy or something. I agree, and if the truth were to come to light, it would be something of a scandal of epic proportions. To allow a foreign national to study a treasure so sacred that it's off limits to the public. It would be seen as an utter sacrilege to those who truly revere the Holy Mother. So if this were to go public, support for the Garan regime would weaken. But that's not all. This is just a hunch, but I believe there's something even bigger here. Something that would explain why the orb was being studied in the first place. Something that would shake the kingdom of Kurain to its very core. And I'm going to find out what. He's probably right. His intuition is usually spot on. Dirk, why are you so bent on revolution anyway? Is it to reform the legal system in Kurain? There's that, but I'm also doing this for my children. I want to save Nayuta. What do you mean? This is for your ears only. It's the other reason why this revolution needs to succeed. Nayuta, never thought that our reunion would take place in a courtroom. Oh, so you've run into each other already. Yeah, but it was like he was a different person. He used to be such a kind, cheerful kid, always smiling and stuff, but now... He tried to convict Trucy for a crime she didn't even commit. Plus, he kept telling me I had a putrid mind and to let it go and move on. Has it really gotten that bad? It must be Garon's influence on him. He wasn't like that when he first stepped into the courtroom. Back then, he still had a keen sense of justice. I vow to bring the Garan regime down and reform the legal system. That's what he swore to do, but that was also 5 years ago. He'd been the shining star of the Defiant Dragons and our greatest hope. Wait, Nayuta was a dragon? He was, but these days he's more like Garon's lapdog. Talk about a complete about-face. Why would he do that? Something must have happened to him. Something that sparked a radical change. Still, I don't think he truly believes in the new path he's taken. It's not conviction that fills his heart. It's resignation and despair. I see. The only thing I know for sure is Nayuta is suffering, and he is suffering in silence. Nayuta is suffering? Yes, he knows the rightful state of Kurain's legal system, but something forces him to bend to Garon's will, and it's tearing him apart. But it's been 5 years. Do you really think he even still wants to reform the legal system? As long as he carries what I've taught him in his heart, I do. Not like you ditched on us the moment you turned 14 or whatever. A dragon never yields. That's what you always told us. That I did. It's a belief I've held since back when I was a lawyer. The dragon stands at the pinnacle of the natural world. Nothing and no one can bend its will. That's why we lawyers must pursue the truth like an unyielding dragon, right? We must fight to the bitter... We must fight for the truth... We must fight for truths to the bitter end, no matter what it takes. Dirk and Mr. Wright, they do have that much in common. That's why I've held on to this badge, even though there are no more lawyers in Kurain. Look at that, just an eyeball. I believe that one day our legal system will return to its former glory. And this badge here is a testament to that belief. Oh, that's the thing actually on his chest. I just noticed that. They don't just wear the badge on their hearts. They wear it in the center of their very being. That's stuck to his mitama. Wonder if Nayuta still believes in what you taught us. He does. That much I'm sure of.
A dragon never yields.
I know that belief is etched deep in his heart. I'd bet my life on it. After all, he is my flesh and blood. And you're just my adopted son. This unshakable faith and confidence... Ugh. It sickens me. This unshakable faith and confidence is what draws people to him, whether they like it or not. Even people like me. You know, I remember back when we were kids. Nayuta used to say with great pride, I have the blood of the dragon within me. Yes, and that's why I want to free him. Free him from the poisonous clutches of the Garand regime. A dragon will yield with an ice type or fairy type move. Well, Garand's kind of like a fairy. The royal family has a heart of ice, so there you go. Which Apollo no doubt specializes in. Hey, Sully. So that's your other reason for starting a revolution. Yes, I need to smack some sense into that boy of mine. I mean, what else are fathers for? I wouldn't know. Now that we have the orb, on to the next problem. Getting out of here. I mean, he is just ice after all, goddamn. Well, we're not going back the way we came, that's for sure. That hole we found was way too high up to climb back through. Actually, I have an idea. That lake water tastes salty, which means it must connect to the ocean. Wait a second, you're not suggesting we swim our way out of here. That's exactly what I'm suggesting. But we have no idea how deep that lake goes. It's pitch black down there. Not a problem? How's that not a problem? I mean, how do you even know if there's really a passage to the ocean? Well, one of us has to try, and I'm the better swimmer. Time's a-wasting. I'll be back before you know it, son. You should take your clothes off before you... Okay. Dirk! He's gone. Sure hope he knows what he's doing. May 16th, Mount Mitama. Karaini's Ruins. Cave for gamers. The Mountain Dew Cave. Cave for gamers. It's been 20 minutes. Hope he's okay. What's going on? Uh-oh. The water! It's rising, and fast! Ah! Need air. I don't know how to swim. I don't grab onto something that floats. This is bad. I better think of something and quick. Maybe I could use this like an oxygen tank. Wait, what am I thinking? I need to stay calm and be more rational about this. This is not good. The water's almost up to the top of the altar. Drink some milk. I don't think that's going to help in this situation. It won't be long before it reaches the roof of the cave. God, as long as I hold on to this, I should be able to stay afloat. The puzzle box is still at the base of the altar. Must have been designed to stay put even at high tide. Wait, that's it. Dr. Buff must have gotten in here from some oceanside entrance at low tide. That's why his footprints were leading out of the lake. So it really does connect to the ocean. Not that it helps. I drown before I make it out. Nothing particularly interesting here. It's no use. The hole's still too high up. I'll have to find another way. And quick, before I drown. The water won't stop rising. I'm getting swept away. Ah! Please, stop! Look at the bottle still here. If only that bottle were a little bigger, it'd store that much more air. No, it wouldn't make much of a difference. You just stop with these harebrained ideas and come up with some real way to escape. The water's almost up to the top now. At this rate, I'll run out of breathing room. I'm a goner if I don't find a way out quick. He's you, O'Connor? Water's just high enough for me to reach the hole. I'm saved. All I have to do is go back the way we came. Water might even lift me all the way back up over that wall of rock. You walked for an hour to get to this point. You would not be swimming all the way back there, bud. Here goes. Huh? The hole, it's full of rubble. The tunnel collapsing above must have filled it in after we fell through it. This can't be happening. No, I can't give up now. I refuse to die here. The water. I can't. I can't breathe. Is this the end? Dirk, I wonder if he made it out. Yeah. So this is what it feels like to drown. Would have eaten that sushi if I'd known it would be my last meal. I feel like I've been through this before. Now I remember. It was back when all three of us were living in that shack in the mountains. Nayuta and I were playing by the riverside when we got swept up in the rapids. Going to crawl back into my feathers and go back to sleep. Good luck solving this case. Thank you, Flaming Cow Juice. You have a good sleep. I thought we were goners, but then... Nayuta, Apollo! Hold on, I'm coming. That was a close one. Thought I'd lost you two. I'm sorry, Dirk. Alright, that's enough now. Didn't I teach you that boys don't cry? No, that's an awful lesson to teach someone. Thank you, Father. You could have been killed. But you risked your life to save us. Why? What a silly question. What father would risk his life to save his own children? Nayuta, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me. Understand? Hey, Dirk. This isn't forever, right? You'll bring me back from America someday, right? Of course, I'll come pick you up as soon as things settle down here. Promise. Okay, you promised. So Apollo's what, 25? So he was sent back overseas. He was sent overseas when he was 15. And that's presumably when he went to high school here and met Clay. And at some point after that, he met Kristoff. and became a lawyer, which is oddly timed. Or a weird coincidence, rather. Dirk, I waited and waited for the day you'd come and take me home, but you never came. But no one came. That's why I tried to forget all about you and my life back in Kurain. Whoa, whoa. Some auto-playing ad on my phone. I don't know what that fucking was. Dirk. Why? Why didn't you? I had a web browser open and some ads just started playing. And that's what Apollo heard before he died. Oh. Apollo. Apollo, can you hear me? Dirk? Still can't swim, eh? You came back. But why? I said I'd come for you, didn't I? Yeah, but you can't hold me and swim. We're both going to... Stop talking. You'll bite your tongue. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're being pulled under. What's going on? Why is this happening? May 16th. Where? Ah, you finally came to, son. Wake up, we gotta go to that mountain over there. It was all just an awful dream, and then the same thing happens. Get your fill of seawater? Good thing your name's not Neptune, huh? Dirk, so mind you, this has been almost an hour of just straight talking with no real decisions outside of that one puzzle. You're telling me. Check it out. Snot's coming out of his nose. What a miraculous escape. Not even some of the escape artist greats could pull that off. What on earth happened? Sorry it took me so long, son. I made it to the ocean, but figured you still couldn't swim. So I found a local fisherman and had him take us out near the undersea cavern. He tied a rope to me and I came back and grabbed you. Then he yanked me back. Oh, so that's what he pulled us under with such force. Oh great, where's question mark? He's gonna send out his Totodile. Don't forget about me. I assisted in your escape back too, Polly. I've helped compatriots escape from all sorts of places. Mountain jails, island prisons, but an undersea cavern. Now that was a first. Dirk, he risked his life for me. Dirk, I'm only alive because of you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I just did what any father would do for his son. He saved my life yet again. That did not sound like a stomach, that sounded like a cartoony pull noise. Guess seawater doesn't make for much of a meal. It's because Polly didn't have any sushi. Oh yeah, I haven't eaten anything since this morning, huh? Hangry. Oh, that's right. Hey, AJ. Dirk had me buy this for you. So, on Friday this week, when I started Case 5 and I saw Dirk present this, I was like, man, that makes me want a sushi platter. So I actually ended up ordering like a whole platter of sushi on Friday. It even had the shrimp piece in it, which I didn't eat. I gave that to my brother. It was like 2 pieces of salmon, 2 pieces of tuna, 2 pieces of whatever the white one is, whitetail, I guess. 1 piece of shrimp, and then 1 piece of something else. It wasn't tamago. It was all fish. And then it came with a dragon roll, which is like a very embellished fish roll. Thought you might be hungry. Ready to have some this time around? Yeah, thanks. Oh man, I would be fucking devouring that. Oh wow, this is delicious. Glad you approve. I better get some before you eat them all. Just like old times. Dirk used to slice up the fish he caught and we'd all eat fresh sashimi together. He used to talk about all the vitamins and minerals packed in the raw fish. Hey, by the way, let me see that orb, AJ. Here you go. Whoa, so that's what it looks like. You found the legendary treasure. Nice work, Polly. Thanks. Guess you could say mission accomplished. With the orb, our revolution can take a big step forward. Let's celebrate the eve of our revolution. We'll get all dressed up and feast till dawn. Yeah, now you're talking. Time to party. After all that, I just want to go to bed. I would want to get a shower. Wash off the seawater. Sure wish Naoto was here. Maybe one day we'll enjoy times like these together again. The revolution, if it can bring back those happy days, you could sign me up for... Sorry to interrupt your little party, but I'm here for my crystal. Oh. Right, left, halt! Guess who's here to fuck everything up? Ah, it's him again. Well done. Then again, I always knew you could do it. After all, we politicians must be excellent judges of character. Still, I'm impressed you both made it out of there alive. Wait a second. You're the one who shoved us into that pit. Sounds so bad when you say it like that. All I did was give you a little nudge in the right direction. So, it was you. Radar alert, loser detected. Stab him. You no-good son of a... Your names in chat look next to each other, like the pink and orange make me think of, like, Nerds candy. It's making me want nerds. Eve? Don't look at me like that. The crystal of Ami Fae is mine. Now hand it over. Over my dead body. Ah, detective help. Yeah, I know. Emma, what's going on here? He filed a police report. He claims that you're trying to steal his family heirloom. I can think of purple and pink with. I can only think of purple and pink with Nerds Candy. When I was little, there was a selection of nerds called Neon Nerds, and it was pink and orange, and then yellow and green. They still sell those like general colors, but it was like special. I haven't had Nerds in forever. That's him, the one with the long hair. Arrest him this instant. He's the thief that made off with the Attition family's most precious heirloom. Well, I suppose I should ask you to come in for questioning. Down at the police station, I think I'll pass. After all, Mr. Attition seems bent on having me arrested on theft charges. This is not good. If Dirk gets arrested, he'll be sent back to Kurain to face execution. Sorry, but now that I know you have the orb, the crystal, or orb as you call it, I must insist. Will you please come with me, sir?
Hold it!
Emma, I'm afraid I can't let you take Dirk in. He received the orb from Dr. Buff in a perfectly legal transaction. Is that so? Can you prove it? Of course. This should sufficiently prove that the orb now belongs to Dirk.
Take that!
Take a look at this agreement. What do we have here? Let's see. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. It appears to be a perfectly legal agreement. Not so fast. That's not the Founder's Orb. It's the Crystal of Ami Fae, which means their agreement is null and void. This is going nowhere fast. You could say that again. And we'll just have to go to trial. Right, Apollo? Mr. Wright! Daddy! What's with you two? You look like you just saw a ghost. Oh, yeah. Emma mentioned she had seen him around. What are you doing in Kurain Village, Mr. Wright? Mr. Attition has retained me as his lawyer. Wait, you're his... lawyer? I've already searched here, but it never... Yeah, no, alright. I think you would have more pressing things to ask me about. Yeah, better ask what I can while I still can. Betrayal. Mr. Wright, why are you serving as Mr. Attition's lawyer? Because he hired me. He needed my help in getting a family heirloom back from Dr. Buff. It seemed he correctly foresaw that something like this might happen. It's because those shifty insurgents were harassing poor Dr. Buff. So I knew I might need a lawyer if things went south. I figured with a celebrated lawyer like Phoenix Wright, I couldn't go wrong. Is this what you came back from Khura'in for, Mr. Wright? It was just good timing. My work over there just happened to wrap up, so here I am. Work over there? You were there on vacation to see Maya. Plus, Mr. Attition is a very important client. They know each other, but I've never heard Mr. Wright mention his name before. I think you could all see where this is going. The Crystal of Omni-Fae. Mr. Wright, are you sure this is Mr. Attition's family heirloom? That's my client's assertion. He says it's the Crystal of Omni-Fae. Apparently it's the crystal she once used when channeling spirits. Who's Omni-Fae? She brought Khura'inese channeling to Japan, and her descendants brought it here. Her true origins are still rather murky. What's clear is she's the founder of the Khura'in channeling technique. Oh, so she's like the one they call the founder in Khura'in. The Holy Mother. Apollo, I don't plan on to betray my client's confidence. I may not know all the facts yet, but I do know we won't be handing the crystal over to you. What? Are you saying... I'm really sorry it's come to this, but... Mr. Wright? I don't understand. Let me spell it out then. If you continue to claim that the crystal belongs to your client, then I'll be seeing you in court. What? What's gotten into you, Daddy? Nothing. This is strictly business. Two lawyers from the same firm facing off. What are the odds? Lucky for me, I believe I have the right man for the job. Whatever are you going to do? Remember, he is your boss. How did it come to this? Mr. Wright, please, don't do this. Apollo, there's no point in arguing about it here. When it's now clear we're headed to court. That's where we'll find out who the crystal really belongs to. I don't believe it. Am I really going to face Mr. Wright in court? Daddy, Apollo, no! Can't have our agency's talent competing against each other. It's too late, Trucy. The die has been cast. Well, he's being so dramatic about it, too. We each have to fight for our client's best interests. But... So, what's it going to be, Apollo? Are we going to have to take this to trial? I have to battle Mr. Wright in court? The legendary Phoenix Wright? No matter how many trials of his I've watched, no matter how dire the situation, he's always pulled out a win in the end. Can I do it? Can I really take on the man whose footsteps I've been following in? I owe it to Dirk to at least try. What should I do? Local Blue Hedgehog man needs to be bullied more. If this is more news at the 12 o'clock news. Gorilla's ass, do it. I mean, it's a but thou must moment. I can't do this. I mean, how can I go up against a man like him? I couldn't possibly win. But do I really want to give up without a fight? If I do, I'll be forever walking in his shadow. Plus, I'd be letting Dirk down, and I can't let that happen. There's no turning back now. If it's a trial you want, Mr. Wright, I'm more than happy to oblige. I'm ready to fight for my client, even if it means facing off against you. Alright. I won't be pulling any punches either, Apollo. The kid gloves are officially off. May the best attorney win. You got it! Whoa. First Daddy, now you? Apollo, you're not seriously... Sorry, Trucy, but I have to do this. Apollo. Alright then, I better go prepare for tomorrow. See you in court. We both have to go back to the office, you know. It's gonna be kinda awkward. Daddy, no, wait! A fine mess I've gotten you into, son. I mean, of all the lawyers we could have faced, it had to be him? He's practically a celebrity in Khura'in now. They've been calling him the Fighting Phoenix. I'll be fine. After all, I've come a long way too. Who knows, I could even end up winning. There's always a chance, right? You know, this may be a blessing in disguise. The trial proves what we found is indeed the Founder's Orb. And whoever asked Dr. Buff to study it may be revealed too. This is our chance to finally pull them out of the shadows. And the first step of your revolution, huh? Yes, the revolution to restore Kurain to its former glory and save Nayuta's soul. Dirk, I swear to fight as hard as I can in the court to make that a reality. We're going to win this one, you'll see. I know you can do it, son. This just in, lawyer with 10 years of baggage against his foster father drops in immediately after a few hours of hanging out with them. Doesn't matter that I'll be going up against Mr. Wright. I have to win this for Dirk. And for Nayuta. His salvation, along with all of Kurain, depends on it. That's right, not only is the final case Apollo's case, but we're going up against Phoenix. That said, before I continue on here, I realize I haven't done something this entire case, this entire game, and now's probably the best time to do it. We have not had the characters wear their alt outfits in this game. Phoenix gets the Tiger's outfit from Ace Attorney 3. Furio Tigre, that was it. Apollo gets his school outfit from that flashback in the last game. And, Athena gets the Trebien outfit, also from the same case that this outfit's from. It's so weird that they pull that. Man, Yakuza 9 looking wild. Also, unlike the last game, Phoenix does not get 2 outfits. He only gets the one. He doesn't get the classic outfit. Alright, I'm gonna take a sip here real quick. Yeah, is Apollo ready to be his own lawyer? We shall see. By the way, guess how much of this Athena was told before it happened? May 17th, 10:08 a.m. Oh, they're running late. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Just so you know, I'm not going to take sides. Getting in the soda makes you big and round. What, like this big and round? Or like this big and round? I gotta be careful. PNG Tuber Plus has been, like, fucking up a lot lately. Message received, loud and clear. Good, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be on the same team. Sorry, Trucy. Wow, now she's really mad. I'm sorry too, little lady. This is all my fault. That's your bed for tonight? Wait, can you design custom beds in Tomodachi Life? I should make myself as a bed. For you. Also, you tried to get with Ayla, but, she kind of shot you down, even though you're both living in the same house right now. No, I don't think so. Fuck. That sucks. No, I'm just worried that things will never be the same between Daddy and Apollo. Tragedy, yeah. If they go through with this. To be fair, I'm not trying to influence the in-game relationships to a heavy extent. But I have created a bit of a love triangle between Yumi and Ayla. Is that all? Well, I wouldn't worry about that. That's the way it is with us men. We might fight, but we don't burn bridges. Really? Sure. 1 minute we're trading blows, and the next we're having drinks together. You know what? If I'm going to keep this up for a little bit, for silly alt costume, I will just chroma key myself so I can read behind it. Was it on stream? No, I haven't streamed since I haven't streamed it since Thursday. I'm officially putting it on hiatus for a bit, just because nothing's really happening during the streams. But this past couple days, I've been adding more people to the island. I got an expansion, and I also have been letting the relationships develop a bit more. So maybe that hiatus won't last as long as I'm planning. That said, this whole week, I will not be streaming it, because I'm only going to be streaming tonight, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it's all going to be Ace Attorney. And then maybe next Sunday, I'll look back into it. We're simple creatures at heart. Sure hope you're right. Sorry I'm late, Apollo. It was taking me forever to get this maid dress on. Athena, there you are. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday? Oh, about that. I ended up going to the wrong airport. I was waiting there thinking his flight was really late, and before I knew it, I dozed off. By the time I woke up, it was already dark. I figured something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you do best. Guilty as charged. So then I take it you have no idea what today's case is about? Not a clue. Sorry. What is today's case about, if I might ask? Another locked room mystery? A suspect with a flimsy alibi? Ooh, or a dying message. Sorry, strike 3, you're out. It's a civil case. A civil case? You act like I'm speaking Swahili here. It's just the Wright Editing Agency specializes in criminal law, or so I thought. In civil cases, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain an attorney. Right. And the other attorney is someone you know very well. Really? Who? Trial will begin shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Who do you think, Athena? Who's the only other defense attorney you know? Okay, let's do this. Apollo, wait, who's the other attorney? And where is Mr. Wright? No time to explain. Let's go. Okay. Right behind you. So instead of prosecution versus defense, this is plaintiff versus defense. May 17th, 10:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session. Oh, is this some sort of practice session? A mock trial, perhaps? No, it's not, Your Honor. That's right, Phoenix is on the right. He's Phoenix Wright, as in R-I-G-H-T. It's the real deal, Your Honor. So then you two have had a falling out? I won't have you using my courtroom for that, you know. All rise, but make sure you don't float too far. That would be this form. This is the form that would float up. It's nothing like that, Your Honor. Exactly. Just so happens that we have a different clients in this case. I see. Well, here's to hoping this has no adverse effect on your working relationship. You could say that again. Had no idea we'd be going against the boss today. Ugh, you sure this is a good idea, Apollo? What, do you want to switch sides? Honestly, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Well, at least she is here. I'm really going to need her help. Mr. Justice. Yes? Don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid gloves are off, and come what may, they'll stay off. Ah, this song. I love this song. This is like the, this theme of song only appears in this game. It's like, essentially like a reverse cornered theme, pursuit theme. It's pursuit theme for the opponent. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Imagine she took over one look at her boss and jumped the table over to switch. Yeah. Too bad Trucy doesn't want to take sides. She could have been the like assistant. Very weird that you decided to do this on Funny Costume Friday. Yeesh, you guys are really chomping at the bit, aren't you? I don't mind a good fight between co-workers. Just keep this civil case civil. Actually, what day is it? It's 2028, May 17th. Okay, I want to see. Is that actually a Friday? Nope, it's a Thursday. It's a Wednesday. If this is, in fact, 2028, it would be a Wednesday. Now then, if the plaintiff will take the stand, we may begin. Right, left, halt! Did he have those guys carry this, like, all the way from Crime Village? That's a 2-hour bus ride. Noble judge, members of the gallery, good day to you. I am politician. I keep changing his voice. This is but the start of my epic campaign, and you all have the honor of witnessing it. Hey, Breezy. I believe the youth of this country are our very future. Too long have they been looked down on and given the cold shoulder, so to them I say, ask not what you could do for your country, ask what you can do for me. Mr. Attition, what is this crazy contraption you're riding in? It's my custom-made election-winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it? You're a witness stand, not a campaign podium, so come out of there this instant. Heh. Alright, now with the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Wright, please explain the complaint filed against the defendant. Mr. Attition's complaint against the defendant is simple. The defendant, one Dirk Sadmahi, stole my client's family heirloom, the Crystal of Ami Fe. Mr. Attition merely seeks its return. This wouldn't have happened if that archaeologist hadn't kicked the bucket. I see. Well, Mr. Justice, let's have your opening statement if you would. The defense asserts that the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a sacred relic from Kurain. Go on. It seems someone asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archie Buff, to study the orb. Dr. Buff determined it was a Kurainese national treasure known as the Founder's Orb. The very orb that was stolen from a treasure room in Kurain several weeks ago. Why, yes, I saw a news report about that. The theft of a Kurainese national treasure caused quite an uproar in our kingdom. In the kingdom. We don't live in a kingdom. We live in a monarchy ruled by a despot. Well, we believe that it was not, in fact, a theft in the traditional sense, but rather that it was spirited out of Kurain by someone for Dr. Buff to study. You don't say, and? Around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned of Dr. Buff. Look at that smile. I should put him in Tomodachi Life. He's got like a perfect, like, Tomodachi Life me face. He made contact with the doctor, who agreed to hand over the orb. And I could make him pronounce his name! I could write in his name funny, and then we could write in the phrase, that's a rebel, for his pronunciation. Ooh, okay, I'm doing that. He's on the list of me's I have to make for my island. Apparently the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he learned it had been stolen. And I could give him the Voracious Eater, quirk. Oh, man. We're me-maxing right now. It appears you even have a transfer agreement between both parties. Mr. Sadmahi also agreed to the return of the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom of Kurain, once the doctor verified it was the real thing. I see, so this dispute centers on whether the item in question is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ami Fe. That, in turn, will determine its object's rightful owner. The object's rightful owner. Better bring my A-game. Going against Mr. Wright won't be a walk in the park. Come to think of it, the name Dirk Sadmahi sounds awfully familiar. But I can't recall where I've heard it. Oh, it's probably just your imagination, Your Honor. He's just a tourist, after all. He could have just said, oh yeah, he's related to, Prosecutor Sadmahi, that we've had in court several times the last couple weeks. My imagination, you say? You sure about this, Apollo? He's a wanted criminal in Kurain, isn't he? In Kurain, yes. Here he's just a tourist. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Emma? Emma? Show some manners, we're in court. Strong start, TBH, gaslight the judge, yeah. I know, it's just, this is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand. I had her do some digging on Dr. Buff. What for? You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know I'm not just a detective. I'm a forensic scientist. Do try to remember that. Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology. After all he's done for you, you have some nerve. First, I'm sorry, and second, I'm really just trying to do my job. You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Take some advice from someone who's been there. Why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Detective Scott, your testimony, if you please. The doctor's dark secret. Police have had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time. And just today, a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study. Yeah, I imagine he doesn't actually own the urn of Ami Faye and the statue of Ami Faye holding the Shishichito, which, by the way, that's not correct. I'm pretty sure the Shishichito has 7 things on it. Because Shichi is... Wait. I'm gonna check this. 7-branch sword, yeah. Oh! It only has 6 blades. The middle blade is the main one. Never mind. That is what it looks like. I kept thinking 7 branches, and I thought there was actually a 7th branch on it. Among them were a priceless urn and a statue that were stolen from the Fae clan. Wow, pretty ballsy of him to steal those while living in the same village that the Fae clan lives in. It seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. Oh, sorry. Wrong pipe. As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Attition residence. The doctor is a thief? Why am I just hearing about this now? Well, cat burglar isn't something he put on his resume. He was more careful than that. Really? With looking like he does, I would have thought he was more of a silver fox burglar. Dude was very attractive for someone who was 64. Young looking for someone who's 64. The fact is, he was a classic treasure hunter. A treasure hunter, huh? Like people who have thrilling adventures in exotic places, risking life and limb for glory? The Olmec on a shelf. This guy would love playing Spelunky. Rest in peace, Dr. Buff. He would have loved Spelunky. Actually, Spelunky was already out by the time this game takes... No, this game takes place in 2028. Spelunky 1 and 2 would have been out. He's probably played the whole series, which means he also probably played UFO 50. So, rest in peace to a real one. I doubt Dr. Buff was the star of his own hit movie series, Athena. Out of respect for the dead, I will say that Dr. Buff wasn't doing it to get rich. Apparently, he only wanted to borrow artifacts to study them. He would then return them as soon as his research was finished. According to the doctor's child, he would even repair or restore some of the artifacts he stole before returning them. He believed he was honoring the dead by discovering their history through artifacts. But whatever lofty ideas he had, it makes no difference. Larceny is larceny. Yes, he certainly sounds no different from a regular thief to me. What is he, the British Museum? Ba-dum-bum! So let's say for a moment that the doctor really did moonlight in stealing artifacts. Might he not have stolen the Founder's Orb in Kurain and brought it back here himself? Nope. No record of him traveling overseas over the past few years. Plus, he couldn't very well leave his reclusive child all at home all alone. This really must be the crystal of Ami Faye. Yes, he stole it from the Attition residence, probably so he could study it. This is the left hook I did not need. Bet you never saw that coming, Apollo. Got your ass. Yeah, when Mr. Wright said the kid gloves were off, he wasn't kidding. I love how kid gloves being off just means I'm going to tell the truth of what was reported here, and somehow that means I'm going rough on you instead of just withholding information to make it easier. Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Look at Phoenix facing the opposite direction like that. Traitor.
Hold it!
It'd be funny if you had to play both sides here. Like, you actually had to play Phoenix's arguments as well. How exactly did Dr. Buff arouse the suspicion of the police, anyway? Chalk it up to good old-fashioned sleuthing. After investigating countless artifact thefts over the past few years, police finally zeroed in on him, and the doctor became their prime suspect. A number of those artifact thefts occurred in Kurain Village, too, if I might add. And they started right around the time the doctor moved there. He was never arrested. I take it there was nothing concrete linking him to a crime? Linking? No, which is why we were never able to get a search warrant in the first place. It's hard to arrest artifact thieves unless you catch them red-handed. Still, the police had him under constant surveillance. The only game to ever do that was Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. I keep forgetting that I've played that. That game was not easy. That was a hard Ace Attorney game, like putting the logic together in some of those arguments.
Hold it!
I wouldn't mind streaming that at some point. Are you sure these allegedly stolen artifacts are the real deal? They're not fakes, that's for sure. Take this urn, for example. Apparently an extremely intricate work of art. Its design, cracks, and other features would be impossible to replicate perfectly. Sure these stolen art... They're not... I just realized, not only is it cracked from all the times it's been dropped, but you could see the paint on it from when Adrian Andrews dropped it in Trials and Tribulations. When it fell out of the box onto the paint splotch on the floor. Actually, I've had a few run-ins with that urn myself, so I was shocked to see it there in the doctor's study. I could say without a doubt that that urn was stolen from the Fae clan. I see. Detective Sky, please continue with your testimony if you would.
Hold it!
Were any other stolen artifacts found besides the ones belonging to the Faes? Yes, for instance... Remember the large relief on the wall? It was chiseled out of some ancient ruins in the kingdom of Khura'in several years ago. So he chiseled that out himself? Chiseled out? Didn't that damage it? Well, he did restore the parts that were faded, so you could barely see them anymore. Seems he intended to return it someday, so one could say his intentions were good. But good intentions are no get-out-of-jail-free card. That's a fact. Check out Nina Aquila. It's a neat-looking lawyer game with a cute pro tag. She's chubby, too. What platforms is that on? Is that on Steam or just PC, like itch? Oh, no. It is on Steam. Oh, there's multiple games in the series. Oh, it's sprite-based. Oh, it's cute. So there's 2 games in the series. I'm assuming the first game is 3 chapters and the second game is the last, like, regular chapter. I think I've heard of this before, actually. Yar Steam. It was made in RPG Maker Move. You know what other game I've played that I could probably stream at some point? This is a lot more involved, though, because you have to do certain things to make certain endings happen. Aviary Attorney. That was supposed to get a bonus case, and I don't think it ever did. I 100%ed that game. Yeah, it never got the DLC case it was supposed to have. Steam Deck. It's not compatible with Steam Deck. Didn't I 100% that game? No, there's no achievements in it. Never mind. I did get every ending. That's not. It's not recorded. So VR chat has an update. What a shock! I have not been in VR chat in several months now. I just have been on like a hiatus from it. All right, things to check out later. I'm gonna be honest. After I finish this, I'm probably taking a break from visual novels. I really want to finish Danganronpa already by doing V3 before 2x2 comes out. And then I also want to do Raincode and 100 Line, but like I've been doing so many visual novels the past 2 years. I think I need a break from it. Oh, and Zero Escape, of course. Zero Escape 1 and 2 are visual novels. If I might add, with respect for the deceased, the quality of the restoration was apparently exceptional. It seems the doctor invested a lot of money in hiring an extremely talented specialist. He sounds like a good man who took a wrong turn somewhere. Guess Sarge takes after him in that way. Any further questions? If not... I also bought Unfair Flip, so I would love to stream that for a little bit. I've only ever seen people get like one ending in it and then stop. I'm wondering how long it would take to get all 9 endings. Have these alleged deaths been going on for some time? At least 5 years, as far as we can tell. All the recent deaths have been local, but before moving to Crime Village, he'd been stealing from ruins all over the world. Dr. Buff was an international criminal? This data lends itself to but one conclusion. Dr. Buff was a thief. As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Attition residence. You claim he stole a family heirloom from the Attition residence, but claiming something doesn't make it true. Unfortunately, it is true. How can you be so sure? A police report was filed concerning the theft. 1 year ago, in fact. What? A whole year ago? August 25th of last year, to be exact. The report states, and I quote, "The crystal of Amife was discovered to be missing from the Attition storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock had been picked." Signed, Politician Wimperson. Well, a year-old report certainly lends the plaintiff's claim credence. The doctor really could have stolen the crystal of Amife. Yeah, but the doctor only moved there 6 months ago. And it is May right now, so that means he's only been in the village since December. Not only that, Your Honor, but the Founder's Orb was only found to be missing several weeks ago. That's nearly a year after the crystal's theft was reported. Therefore, I believe we must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items. Politician Wimperson. Not the most inspiring tail end, is it? I see why he cut it. Not that he inspires confidence without it. Still, I'd probably do the same in his shoes. Robbery report added to the court record. Robert, I positive tested for I positive tested for Bovid. If you positive test for Bovid, you just turn into a cow immediately. Moo. I'm so glad I kept that. So glad I kept... Oh God, my fucking... mouth. Also, 1 second. I'm just checking something here. I actually wanted to see if the date he filed that police report lines up with any of the cases in the last game, and it does not. Total Recall mask scene strikes again. Good cow. But the death of the Founder's Orb was only reported a few weeks ago, so the Crystal's police report was filed way before the orb was found missing. That suggests the stolen relic is the Crystal of Amife, as Mr. Attition Wimperson asserts. I doubt the police report is a fake. After all, Emma's the one who submitted it as evidence. Still, I feel there's something we learned in that police report is important somehow. Crystal of Amife was discovered to be missing from the Attition storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock had been picked open. Paul Attition Wimperson. I think maybe just present it here. Wait, what? The police report may say the Crystal of Amife, but how do you know it's this relic right here? Because Mr. Attition has stated as much. Well, I'm not buying it. Apollo, I was thinking, the plaintiff's legal name is pretty distinctive. Politician Wimperson. Do you have any evidence related to his initials or his name? We just might. Might even point out a flaw in something Emma said. Think her logic's faulty? Yeah, if the doctor stole the relic from Mr. Attition, or Attition Wimperson, and there's one thing about that the doctor did that doesn't make any sense. Especially if Politician Wimperson was definitely searching for a stolen relic. Okay, time to go over the evidence again. Email. Data obtained from doctor's computer. Who's reporting this research into the Founder's Orb? Decipher the patterns, but have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Dr. Buff, how's your research coming along? From Dr. Buff to PAW-711 at Nmail. Paul Attition Wimperson, PAW. Well, clearly he's a furry.
Objection!
Yo, he's a popufur trying to run for office on a right-wing platform. The doctor stole a relic from the plaintiff? Almost said the defendant. Are you sure? Because that statement doesn't agree with a certain piece of evidence that we picked up illegally. What do you mean? Take a look at this. What about it? This contains an email from the doctor's computer. Email? As in that little piece of plastic? I'm afraid I don't understand. Oh, this stick here could store all sorts of computer data. How do you not know that? I still don't get it. Here, just look at this. By the way, I ordered a couple of microcontrollers. I'm gonna try to use that Tomodachi Life tool to, like, import a few pictures into the game. I'm not gonna rely on it to, like, do all my work for me, but... Definitely want to try it out, and it seems pretty simple. And microcontrollers are cheap as fuck, so I was like, sure, I'll pay $4 to try this pattern thing out. Listen, there's no such thing as illegal evidence unless the case opens with evidence law for dummies. He's old and doesn't get this newfangled tech. It's 2026 though, like even if he's old now, like he had to have been young when technology started developing more. Apparently the doctor was reporting his research findings to a certain individual. Then again, we know plenty of old people now that probably don't know shit about anything. Now take a look at this. It's the police report Detective Sky just presented to the court. You can see the plaintiff's legal name on it. Politician Wimperson. I could see why he dropped Wimperson from his name, but that's hardly breaking news. Look closer, Your Honor. Ah! His initials! Yeah, and they're in charge of the government. Ugh. Right, the plaintiff's full legal name is Politician Wimperson. Now consider this. The email's recipient address starts with these 3 letters. P-A-W? Ah! Don't tell me. Oh, but I will anyway. The individual who hired the doctor to study the disputed item... Item? Is none other than Politician Wimperson. Wait, then that means... Exactly. He wouldn't have asked the man who stole his family heirloom to study it. Therefore, how could this possibly be the Crystal of Ami Faye? Ah! We never checked the doctor's emails. But his emails! We couldn't even figure out the password to his computer. The plaintiff willingly left the orb in the doctor's care so he could study it, at the behest of his benefactor. Wait, then what about the police report? I have all the details of the theft right here. It's probably for another relic, the real crystal of Ami Faye. He's just using the report as a way to claim that our orb is actually his stolen crystal.
Objection!
And how are you so certain that PAW refers to my client's initials? Maybe the email's recipient was a dog lover. Perhaps, so let's get to know your client a little better, shall we? Mr. Politician Wimperson. I suppose shutting down detractors is all politicians' job. Answer me this, Mr. Petition Wimperson. What is your shoe size, your favorite food, your birthday? I kind of want to know what his favorite food is. Also, I want to get a game over during this part, because there's a unique bad ending, if you do. But I don't want to get it right now, maybe later. What's your favorite food? Curry rice. It's an old family favorite. You know what? You know what? He's got my vote. Really? As in boil up some rice and dump some curry sauce on top? That curry rice? Heh, bet you assumed I would say French cuisine, just because I'm a member of the political elite. But nothing beats the delectable curry recipe my ancestors brought over from Japan. And I'm the kind of representative who upholds the value of such traditions. Is his entire strategy really just to pander to traditional values voters? Yep, he really is conservative. Maybe he was a furry Apollo. Have you considered this? Your penalty is served, Mr. Justice. Let this be some food for thought. Apollo, why don't we take another look at that email address? No, it's fine. I'm fine. I just need another crack at this. Mr. Wright made me nervous. It's his fault. What is your birthday? My birthday? It's July 11th, but what's it to you? Oh, I see. You can address birthday gifts to my office. But, full disclosure, I only accept gifts valued at $1,000 or more. Phoenix just like, geez, dude. You are making this hard for me. Why has everyone gone silent? How could anyone be that self-centered? Oh, right. Politician. I'll have a good screenshot of both moments in this. Did everyone hear that? He said July 11th. July 11th, or rather 711, matches with the numbers in the email address. Endmail. Both the name and birthday are a match. I hardly think that's a coincidence. Wait. Oh, you sneaky little... Looks like someone finally decided to join the conversation. Would the plaintiff care to explain? I would like to say... That is quite, quite what? Quite a thing you've said. Any other thoughts? No further comments. I stand by my previous statement.
Hold it!
He just walks away. You can't just walk away. Even politicians have to explain themselves in a court of law. I'm afraid I simply don't know how it happened. I can't possibly explain matters outside of my purview. Perhaps it was a mistake on the part of my secretary? Oh, no you don't, you slippery eel. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? I won't argue your assertion. My client lent the treasure in question to the doctor and asked him to study it. It seems that much is a fact. Now we're getting somewhere. However, it has no bearing on the issue of ownership. How so? Mr. Titian, I fully understand your position here. You had to hide the fact that you sent the crystal out to be studied. Your family would have been very upset if they had found out. It's a family heirloom, after all. You've got to be kidding me! Mr. Wright is, well, right, of course. But then, he always is. That's why he's my lawyer. This crystal's a precious Titian family heirloom and has been for centuries. But Dr. Buff was so eager to study its proud heritage, I just couldn't say no. I didn't even tell my grandfather.
Objection!
But in order to win the backing of your so-called benefactor, you were going to give what you claim to be the Crystal of Ami Fae to that person? You were going to give away a precious family heirloom, just like that? I was going to explain everything to Grandfather later. Honest! My client's grandfather was very proud of his grandson for following in his footsteps. And if refusing him meant dashing the dreams of his darling grandson, I doubt the kindly old man could have said no. Well, grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. That's what grandfathers are for. Your Honor, please. I mean, it's been in the family for centuries. My grandfather thinks highly of my talents as a politician. So out of the loop as you just got here. We found the Founder's Orb. The politician guy says it's his, and that's actually the Crystal of Ami Fae. And now Apollo is facing off against Phoenix over ownership of it. Hey Kyle, how you doing? That's why he entrusted me with this very important name placard today. So I'm sure he would have been okay with me using the crystal as I saw fit. It's actually his grandfather's, with his name taped on it. Grandpa's spoiled little brat. I think the judge is buying it, Apollo. No surprise there. He's always going on about his own grandchild, after all. Excuse me, can I leave now, Mr. Wright? I believe my work here is done. By all means, Detective Skye. Thank you for your assistance. You're welcome. It's nice to testify at a civil trial once in a while. See you around. It seems the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Atisha Wimperson apparently lent his family heirloom to Dr. Buff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed? Oh, alright, now what? Apollo, let's hear what they know about this so-called Crystal of Ami Fae. Maybe we could find some inconsistencies in their statements. Right. Okay then, Mr. Wright, if the item in question really is an Attition family heirloom, then let's hear all your client knows about it. Of course. Mr. Atisha Wimperson, please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin. Alright, now then, listen and learn. This is the tale of the Crystal of Ami Fae and the illustrious history of the Attition clan. Are you ready? Our story begins back in the old country when the Attition family reigned supreme. The illustrious history of the Attition clan. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Amy Faye gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. I'm a descendant of that great lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history. Well, that devolved into a great load of self-aggrandizing propaganda fast. As you can see, the Crystal of Ami Fae is an heirloom of the esteemed House of Attition. And you have proof that it's always been in the Attition family? I have someone who gave a statement to that effect. My client's neighbor, one Ives Shinedo. Yves Shinedo? Age 85, gave the following statement. The Attition showed me the crystal back when I was but a lad.
Objection!
Can we really trust the memory of an old man? I wouldn't say that in front of the judge. Mr. Justice, would you care to explain that statement to the judge? Wow. Oh, I didn't mean... What I'm trying to say is, Never underestimate the memory of your elders. I may forget my verdicts the next day, but the memories of my past are clear as day. That's... Okay, whatever. At least he forgets them after he gives the rulings down. Therefore, I find the test Mr. Ives Shineto... Therefore, I find Mr. Ives Shineto's statement to be perfectly credible. Fuck. Wow, did you see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I want up my sleeve. You're not helping, Athena. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice.
Hold it!
That object you set down there, is it something of importance to you? It's a name placard. This one here belonged to my grandfather, Abraham Attition. Oh, so it was Abe, not Abe. He had it custom made during his distinguished political career. It's special because it was crafted from the finest Italian plastic. I wasn't aware that Italians were famous for their fine plastic. You could touch it if you want. No, I'm fine. Very well, I'll just continue with my testimony. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler, but he was also an eminent politician.
Hold it!
So I take it the relationship with the Fae clan was a close one. A smooth and open line of communication with my entire electorate. That is the politician way. Huh? Oh, sorry. I was asking about your ancestor. Whether it's about me or my ancestor, feel free to ask me anything you'd like. Transparency in government, that's the politician way. More like dodging questions, that's the politician way. Thanks, I'll be sure to ask when I have something you'll actually answer. As I was saying, the Attition family protected the Fae spirit mediums back then. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others try to abuse their power. Spirit mediums were targets of discrimination? Well, Jesus. I'm losing my ability to speak rapidly. Yeah, some people even treated them like they were monsters. Their transformation the mediums underwent when channeling spirits frightened the locals. And then there were those who tried to use them. You mean they sought to control the channeling power of the mediums? Discriminating against a minority is absolutely despicable. A vote for me is a vote to end discrimination. I vow to root it out wherever it may be. That is my promise to you. He's totally ignoring your questions. It's like you're a moderator at a political debate. Yeah, and only he cares about his talking points. As thrilling as your campaign is, can we please get back to your testimony? Heh, as you wish. Now then, as for the Crystal of Ami Fae... I mean, I could already see the conflicting thing right there. It's got, Kurai's symbols on it.
Hold it!
You said she had it made, so then it was made in Japan? That's right, they say she hired a famous craftsman to make it. And they say it's quite valuable, too. And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom? And just give it to your patron? That's so typical of you ignorant common types. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what being a politician is all about. But only when it's in service of your own political career, you mean. The crystal's a testament to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. And furthermore...
Hold it!
So tell me, Mr. Atisha Wimperson, are you famous in Kurine Village? You could say that, but I find my popularity to be rather bemusing. Bemusing? Yes, my campaign posters keep going missing as soon as I put them up. My avid supporters and female fans are likely taking them home to hang in their bedrooms. I guess ignorance really is bliss. All this only proves my fine lineage.
Hold it!
I'm sorry, but is any of that relevant to the issue of the relic's rightful owner? Have you never heard of kingcraft? Kingcraft? It's the art of ruling as king. My father drilled it into my head from a young age. And one of his precepts states, ruin awaits a ruler who responds to every single issue posed by the masses. Well, that answered my question about what he meant by king of this nation. Progress. Paulo, who is this Ami Fae anyway? I believe she was the founder of the Kurine channeling technique. The plaintiff claims she had the crystal made for his ancestor. That would mean it was made in Japan, right? Yes, I suppose it would. Ah!
Objection!
There we go. That's the proof that links it to Kurine. You stated that Ami Fae had the crystal made for your ancestor. So am I to assume it was made in Japan? That's right, the craftsmanship is unbeatable. Well, that's strange. I don't see how your so-called crystal could have been made there. What are you talking about? It's quite obvious if you take a closer look at this.
Take that!
Get a load of this. Take a look at the distinctive design here. According to Dr. Buff, it's a Mitama motif dating back to the early days of the Kingdom of Kurine. The Kingdom of Kurine, And you base this on... Here, this piece of evidence, Your Honor. These are the Doctor's research notes on the Founder's Orb. This is the box in which the orb was originally stored in. It features the same pattern as the one we found on the orb. They do look like the same pattern. Therefore, I assert that the disputed item must have been made in the Kingdom of Kurine. Ow! Eat my placard!
Objection!
The Kurine channeling technique originated in the Kingdom of Kurine, and Ami Fae is known to have traveled there to train. With that in mind, who's to say she didn't bring the pattern back with her?
Objection!
But since this is clearly a Kurinese design, not even you can deny the possibility that it was made there, in the Kingdom of Kurine.
Objection!
Anything's possible to some extent, that doesn't make it true. So you can't conclude that the orb is from Kurine based solely on that pattern. If it were that simple, I could just easily say it's Japanese. I have to agree with Mr. Wright. The pattern alone proves nothing. That also means there's no basis to claim the item in dispute was made in Japan, either. At this rate, we're going nowhere fast. He's right, we're just spinning our wheels here. Wonder if we have any evidence that could break this stalemate. Evidence that could break this stalemate. Exists. The defense would like to present a piece of evidence to the court. A piece that will finally break this stalemate. Oh, well, you sure piqued my interest. Let's see what you've got. Alright. I will now prove that this is in fact the Founder's Orb. This is probably a trap. And just how does that piece of evidence prove that the relic is the Founder's Orb? It doesn't, does it? Not by any means that I could fathom. Sorry, Apollo, but I have to agree with the boss on this one. Me too, actually. Me 3 defense. Yikes. Kind of think that went over again, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. There doesn't seem to be anything we could use, at least not at this point. Unless we could find something, this trial won't be going anywhere. He tapes it together. Phew, that's much better. What's his deal? I have a suggestion. Why don't we consider this from a different angle? I'm listening. What if the Defiant Dragons really were authorized to take possession of this relic? I'm afraid I don't know where you're going with this, Mr. Wright. Consider the Orb Transfer Agreement, which states, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. What if, as the last part suggests, this was written under duress? That would render the agreement null and void. What are you suggesting, Mr. Wright? While you were on your little cave expedition, I was investigating Dr. Buff's accident. And there was something you overlooked, Mr. Justice. Namely, that this accident might have actually been murder. What? Murder? That's right, you thought this was a civil case? Nope. Murder. Mr. Wright, you do realize such statements are not to be made lightly. Are you suggesting the Doctor was murdered by the Defiant Dragons? Yes, but follow me on this for a sec. The books that came tumbling down were from the archaeology shelf. However, among the mountain of books was a single volume on psychology. What's more, there was some blood on that book. And you feel this is important because the books that came tumbling down were from the top shelf. The archaeology books. We know this because the Doctor's books are meticulously organized by subject. Archaeology took up the entire shelf, so that psychology book is completely out of place. Come to think of it, the shelves were arranged quite carefully. It's also worth noting that psychology books only take up a tiny part of the bottom shelf. Might wonder why a book on psychology was found amid the pile of archaeology books. But I also believe I can explain what that single out-of-place book was doing there. The Doctor was struck from behind while selecting a psychology book from the shelf. And that's when the blood got on the book? Precisely. And to make it look like an accident, he was buried under a mountain of archaeology books.
Objection!
Wait a second, this is all just speculation, right? Or do you have proof that it was a murder? Of course I do. You do? On a hunch, I had Detective Skye examine the Doctor's head wound. She found that he'd been struck by the corner of some object or another. Wait, what? A wound like that couldn't have resulted from a fall to the floor, you know. Do you understand what this means, Mr. Justice? The wound makes it crystal clear that Dr. Buff was murdered. I love that it's playing Phoenix's objection theme. What? Well, that was unexpected. The only time you don't want to hear this theme is when he's on the other side of the court. Who'd have thought we'd break out of the stalemate like this? He pulled the ladder right out from under us. Still, if he thinks that's enough to make me back down, he's got another thing coming. Even if the cause of death was murder, what makes you think it was the Defiant Dragons? You should know better than to hurl baseless accusations.
Objection!
Did you forget who you were up against, Mr. Justice? Huh? You didn't actually think I'd come to court without witnesses and evidence, did you? What are you talking about? I would like to request further testimony from the plaintiff. Specifically, I'd like the court to hear how he saw one of the rebels leaving the crime scene. He saw what? Wait, what? Yeah, oh, he did say he saw what? Okay. If he could prove it was murder, that's the end of our client's right to the orb. Did he really have this up his sleeve the whole time? How could Mr. Wright do this to us? He was just waiting to spring this trap. He's like, man, it feels good to be on the side that has the easy burden of proof. This trial has taken yet another unexpected turn, but I must mention, Mr. Wright, that you have yet to identify the murder weapon. The object used to commit the murder was not located at the scene of the crime. The murderer likely disposed of it somewhere. Dr. Buff's autopsy report was struck in the corner of some object. The time of death is between 10 and 11 p.m. Well, I never thought we'd be deliberating the issue of a murder at a civil trial. All right, Mr. Attition Wimperson, your testimony, if you please. Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by charismatic oration forged in the crucible of campaign battles. I don't like him. The rebel's crime. That evening, I was walking alone, lost in thought. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Rebel. He was running out the front door. It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of his crime. A vote for me is a vote to end such violence. That is my promise to you. So the plaintiff saw a possible suspect fleeing from the doctor's residence. And it was within the window of the estimated time of death? That's a rebel. What in the world were you doing there, then? Fidget saw dots fleeing the scene of the night of the murder. One of the books is stained with coffee. It seems Mr. Rebel was loitering about Corrine Village that day. There's evidence he was in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? Ah! You mean the suitcase? Exactly. He must have been quite the rush to leave that behind. Oh, and by the way, Your Honor, Mr. Rebel just so happens to be sitting in the gallery today. Ah! See, that's him trying to escape as we speak. Bailiff, don't let that man get away. Right, you backstabber! Why are you doing this to me? Betrayal. Double betrayal. Alright, the counsel/defense may question the plaintiff/witness once more. Ahem, please proceed, Mr. Justice.
Hold it!
Why were you taking a walk? Society is inundated with serious problems that must be solved, and as a politician, I'm always on the job, thinking hard about possible solutions, even on my walks. Thanks for the non-answer. While we live out our comfy lives, there are starving children who suffer in the back alleys of our major cities. It's not in me to ignore such suffering. A vote for me is a vote to end hunger, and for world peace. Yes, Mr. Attition Wimperson, we are all aware of your outstanding character. Now please continue with your testimony. I can practically hear my poll numbers surging. Now, on with my speech. After all, the voting public must be informed of the magnificence that is me. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Rebel. Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Rebel? Right here, under this tree. I saw him dashing out of Dr. Buff's front door, Mr. Buff. He came out of the dentrance and then left. And he didn't notice you? No, I was hidden by the tree. Is it really all that important to know where the plaintiff saw Mr. Rebel from? Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I ask that it please be added to the witness's testimony. I was under this tree when I saw Mr. Rebel.
Hold it!
What were you doing under that tree? Lack of lateral thinking. That is a politician's downfall. What? That is why, if I'm elected, I promise to think outside the box. The question was, what were you doing under the tree, Mr. Mortician Wimperson? I suppose you can't expect a plebeian such as yourself to understand my grand design. Oh yeah? Try me, O Lord of Plebs. Oh, God. Mr. Mortician Wimperson, I believe the court is well aware of your grand political vision. Now let's have the rest of your testimony, if you please. I could hardly wait for the upcoming election.
Hold it!
Did you notice anything unusual? Yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran off in a total panic. As soon as I saw that, I knew he had done something, and it was probably no good. Probably wasn't good. Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police? Who would have thought he had killed Dr. Buff? Not me. That's why I didn't report him. So the witness didn't notify the police. Is that an important statement, Mr. Justice? Yes, it's important. I request the witness have it added to his testimony. Sure, why not? I had no idea that Dr. Buff was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. But he died right in front of the thing.
Objection!
Like, if you were near the tree, you would have been able to see right into the study. Mr. Mortician Wimperson, rather than Mr. Rebel, wasn't there something else that should have had your undivided attention? Like what? Oh, yes, of course. A politician must also keep... Sorry, but you're way off. Keep his finger on the electorate's pulse and focus on the nation's... I am? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? If the witness saw Mr. Rebel from his position here, then he should have also been able to see the doctor's body. After all, it was right next to a huge window. I believe you have a point there. With the body that clearly visible to the witness, it's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. Ah! Would the witness care to respond? He's asleep. Did he fall asleep? Mr. Mortician Wimperson. Mr. Mortician Wimperson! Huh? Oh, there are many sides to any issue. What did I ever do to deserve this? In any case, I'd like the court to acknowledge the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Mr. Mortician Wimperson, did you really see Mr. Rebel? Yes.
Hold it!
Where do you think you're going? Oh, I thought I'd return to my seat, seeing as I'd already answered the question. This isn't some small-town debate, so you could just stay right there until I say we're through. I'll have to run that by my campaign manager before I...
Objection!
Mr. Mortician Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean. Huh? So then, does this mean he didn't see Mr. Rebel? As your lawyer, Mr. Mortician Wimperson, I advise you to divulge that matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option. Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. Can't afford to let any strange rumors get out. Don't worry, you won't suffer any blowback for what you're about to reveal. Blowback? I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Mr. Wright. Maybe if someone blew out my back, I would be happier about it, but like... Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untoward will come of this, I promise. Now then, Mr. Justice. Remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Come to think of it... Wait, you're not saying that... Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was... my client, Mr. Paul Mortician Wimperson. Please do not fug the judge. That's a conflict of interest and renders a mistrial. Look, I want hot old men. Not saying the judge is a hot old man, but... he's an old man, at least. Now, if it was Archie Buff... I would let him I would let him, you know, steal my artifacts, if you know what I'm saying. What? You don't say. As you see, he played his part of a concerned citizen, quite admirably, if I may say so. Isn't that right? Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are too many who choose indifference over righteous action, but I don't number among them. That's why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest. What a real standard bearer he is, reporting it anonymously. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Justice, wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Oh, you mean Mr. Rebel? He would have been leaving the doctor's house right around then. Wait, that means... Yes, it does. In short, what my client witnessed was Mr. Rebel fleeing from the scene of a heinous murder. Not saying I can't, just saying wait until the case is over. That's gonna be a while from now. And that's not all. Based on what we've heard so far, Mr. Rebel looked exceedingly suspicious, and that's putting it mildly. We already know the Defiant Dragons threatened the Doctor with bodily harm. And now that they've killed him, the so-called Orb Transfer Agreement is null and void. The Orb Transfer Agreement... Ow! Why is his name placard... Why is Paul's name placard backwards there? His name was on the side facing the camera instead of towards the judge. Apollo, if we don't come up with some sort of counter-argument... And what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove it was Mr. Rebel who killed the Doctor? That move had desperate written all over it. It's all I've got, so I'm going with it. Evidence. Suppose it's true that I don't have any. I knew it. But I do have another witness. You do? You should know I always come fully prepared, Mr. Justice. Yeah, except for the times that you didn't. And my new witness will provide testimony proving Mr. Rebel's guilt. Proving Mr. Rebel's guilt. Gurng! A new witness? Wonder who it could be. Very well, bailiff. Please summon our new witness. I mean, a man like him with both sides his placard, like he's both sides every issue his electorate brings, yeah. But I mean, we've seen what the other sides of it look like. I don't think his name's on the other side. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just blowing shit out of my ass. Poop from a butt. In the meantime, the court will take a brief recess. I would like both sides to use this time to prepare properly. Understood? Aw, man, is this a to be continued? Because, like, this is kind of... Oh, no, it isn't. Not yet. Okay. I was going to say, I want to go for, like, maybe another 30 minutes. May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow, I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but... Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. This really is the turnabout he really is the turnabout terror. That'll be a case in the next game. Can't let him blindside us again. Looks like they got me again! 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. Dots, please. No more new records, or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that. I'll be more careful next time. Dots, is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. So the Doctor was still alive when Dats last saw him. We'll still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? She went to go see her dad. Maybe she's still mad. More like worried. Worried that this trial would create a rift between you two. And that you might then leave the agency. She has an active imagination. Excuse me, the trial will be resuming shortly. Well, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. Ow. That was my elbow. May 17th, District Court, courtroom number... whatever. Whatever. Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness. Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the Doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How did you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear. Now that's impressive. It's This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. Yeah, of course. Oh, my. Sergeant Buff, at your service, sir. He's here as the drone? Really? Oh, Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this? Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would still like to continue this testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that, but testimony via a remote-controlled toy? Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. Just who's piloting this trial anyway? Judge sure warmed up to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. You disappoint me, Corporal Justice, to think I once called you comrade. Ah! Defending the man who killed Papa? That's full-on treason, soldier. I hereby demote you back to private. Corporal? Private? What's he talking about, Apollo? It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster? Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain lead down upon the perpetrator. Ha 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 ha! What happened that evening? Papa met with someone the night he died. Didn't have eyes on the ground, as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated Dots getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. Must have regrouped and killed my Papa in the study later. I just know it! Airplane thingy is the true culprit, I bet. Hey, V4. How you been? I like that email. So he was thrown out but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been the fleeing Mr. Rebel. Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one. It's the enemy. Ready all missiles. And fire! Whoa, 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 whoa! Good at work, just chilling. Nice. Capitalist pig, I'll turn you into pork stroganoff. It's really funny that he's supposed to be like an American sergeant, but he's then ragging on capitalism. You know what though? Based. And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon. Whoa, it fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. I'm not getting involved in this shit. He's like, I'm done. I don't care. What happened that evening?
Hold it!
Your father met with someone? Could you be more specific? No, I was in the midst of a crucial defensive siege operation. Life without parole. Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct? You never know when the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter. What about, you know, school? Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. Sergeant doesn't associate with rookies still too green to fight. With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either. It was very brave of you to come to the courthouse today. But what was it you said about a siege defense? Oh, that? Well...
Hold it!
Sarge, I've always wondered, who or what are you battling? That's classified. Even so, it may be relevant to this case.
Objection!
I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. That's right, such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy. Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me. You're all talking, no action, soldier! Out in the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty words in your repertoire. The number of bullets in your gun belt that counts. Easy for you to say. You're the one with all that. You're the one with all of them. The witness, please tell this court what he saw and heard that night.
Hold it!
What was the argument about? Thought that would update with his real name, but it doesn't. heard things like, where's the orb, and are you Defiant Dragons really criminals? It sounded real volatile, like a war might break out at any second. So the two of them had an argument when Dats came to get the orb. They had an argument. Did you see or hear anything else? Yeah, I heard them arguing, and then silence.
Hold it!
How is Mr. Rebel acting? Like a conquered trooper retreating with his tail between his legs. A trooper? Well, I guess he does dress like he's in the military. Bet those two would have really hit it off had they met under different circumstances. Yeah, I could see that. And so the defeated soldier was expelled, but that wasn't the end.
Hold it!
That does seem suspicious. He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles and stealing glances at our house. Well, he couldn't exactly leave without the orb. But he was angry that he'd been kicked out.
Hold it!
But don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, then anyone could have gotten in. That's true. Papa didn't keep our house locked up. He said there was no need because there were only good people in Kurine Village. Yet he ended up dead anyway. Only a monster could do what they did to my kind, trusting Papa. There will be no mercy. I vow swift and terrible vengeance. I'll carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal. Fire! While I sympathize with you, witness, you will refrain from firing Gatling guns in this court. So Sarge saw Dats too? And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. Wonder why he hung out around after being thrown out. I hate to say this, but if Dats is proven to be the killer, we'll lose the orb to the plaintiff. So our only option is to prove the Defiant Dragons had nothing to do with the murder. Yeah, I think that the murder would be more pressing than the orb ownership at this point. Wait a minute. When did he hide the orb? But he had the agreement.
Objection!
Fuck, that wasn't good enough. Please take a look at this piece of evidence. I'm looking, but what am I supposed to see? Oh, as your boss and mentor, here's a bit of advice. Never present evidence before you have a good grasp of the situation at hand. Right, sorry. And as the presiding judge, here's a penalty. Ouch, double team for just doing what Mr. Wright always does anyway.
Objection!
Thought maybe that would be the right one. That statement contradicts with this piece of evidence. Just how does it contradict with this evidence, Mr. Justice? Can I have about 5 minutes to figure out the answer to that? The defense will figure it out before he presents his evidence next time, blah, 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 blah. Sounds like a plan. You know what, since I'm this far in, I'm gonna get a game over on purpose, just to show you the, bad ending. Is it just me, or does that statement sound a bit dubious? You know what, you're right, thanks Athena. Anytime. I'm gonna take another look at the evidence. You have eyes on the ground as a... Oh, it was the first... Huh. It was the first statement.
Objection!
You're the second person to reference that. Tonight, Kyle. So you get a unique game over for this and for later on, too. That's enough. I see no need to further prolong this trial. The Defiant Dragons have failed to sufficiently show their right to the item in question. Therefore, ownership is hereby awarded to the plaintiff, Mr. Politician. Couldn't come up with custom graphics for awarding that. That creep politician stole the Founder's Orb right out of our hands. The dream of revolution in the kingdom of Kurain died that day. And we returned to our daily lives. As for my relationship with Mr. Wright, the word awkward comes to mind. Let's just say it was never really the same.
Game over, yeah!
That was like the miracle never happened, except we still have to keep working together. So enjoy our awkward relationship. Oh, every consult unlocked. They have eyes on the ground, so I already mounted my siege defense. Did hear him arguing with someone in the study. But doesn't this have a camera in it?
Objection!
Yeah, I was right. Sarge, are you hiding something from me? How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get in on this Stroganov action with Pig Boy over there, soldier? Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof. What? Would the defense care to explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he's able to see what was happening in court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Ah, now that you mention it. And to think, the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. So you must have seen something. Ah! I'm hit! What is this strange new weaponry you're using against me? It's sweating like the radio sweats when you're talking to Shelly the Killer in the second game. Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice. And the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge. I stripped your defenses bare. Truth bomb? No! Mayday! Mayday! I'm going down! Oh my, are you alright? Evidence. Never have I seen such fearsome ordnance. Truth bomb seems overpowered, yeah. Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you? Papa, local traumatized child owned by facts and logic. Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night. It's not what you think. I didn't see anything, I swear. Sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Ah! Sarge, you need to answer my question. Shut your pie hole, maggot! It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around. What's with him in Siberia, of all places? If a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena. Think maybe a therapy session might help? Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice. Usually means a patient wants to say something, but can't for some reason. And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic. You got it. Your Honor, I believe I could be of help here. Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sykes? Insert Discord alert noise here. Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety, maybe even enough to testify. And by all means, please bring the poor child into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be alright with you, Mr. Wright. Why not? It's not like we haven't all been through this before. What are you butting in for, lady? This ain't a place on the battlefield for you. There ain't a place on the battlefield for you. I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. Wait till you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm going to blow a big ol' hole in the armor you've built around the heart. Your heart. Ah! First evidence, now analytical psychology? Where are these WMDs coming from? If the battle you want, bring it on! I may have started this war, but I'm going to end it, Corpse Woman Sykes. Core Woman Sykes. Corpse Woman. Wow, that was awful of me. Core Woman. With a K. Feel when you're going to be near a Moe's soon. Ooh! Get a homewrecker. You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Now, see, now I want a homewrecker burrito, and I've already ordered out like 3 times in the last week. I can't do that. Brace yourself. Also, my local Moe's shut down. I have to get it ordered from a farther one out, and it's always cold. I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. No, Core Woman to K is you, not Athena. Well, I mean, there's a lot of Core Women out there. Fuck, I wanted to finish watching shit on Netflix before I got charged again, but it didn't get... I got charged again. Fuck. We'll try. I mean, it's a very big burrito. You might want to get a smaller one, but it's up to you. Excuse me, I'm also a member of the Corps. Thank you very much. I rep queer villain pride all the time. I heard Dots and Papa arguing with each other. Dots got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day. Sad and surprised. Sad and surprised to see him outside. Sad and surprised to hear arguing.
Got it!
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, you're just looking at his emotions as they only relate to a single statement? It's so important to look for emotional fluctuation between different statements, too. Alright, thanks for the reminder, Athena. Alright, let's try that again. Yes, in fact, my Stream Deck's wallpaper is a Rose OS wallpaper that someone made. Might have been Connie. And seeing as I'm now on her Twitch team, it kind of comes full circle. More surprise and more sadness, less surprise and less sadness. Okay. Less surprise at that point.
Got it!
I also have the visor. I have a light-up visor with the logo on it. Also, one of my main pairs of glasses I wear are prescription sunglasses that have pink lenses on them. I usually wear that when I go to Anthrocon and during the summer because they look really nice. They give off that core vibe, and I can actually see out of them, which is good, which is great. Something most novelty glasses cannot do with me. I can't do with most novelty glasses. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body, yet you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Rebel. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful. Enemy fire! Direct hit! That is strange. Wonder what it could mean. You've seen your villain cutie, right? Yep. Well, we know he wasn't affected by his father's death as he should have been. I think I know why. Oh? Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Rebel because you'd already seen his body. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night, and that's when you saw it. Your father's body. I saw no such thing! Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then, what did you see? Look, Apollo, we've lost some noise. So just as I suspected, he really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw. Oh, but... The moment I saw it, oh, I couldn't bear it. Couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you'd already sensed that he was a goner somehow? Maybe. Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? Oh, I saw... What's happening? I don't like where this is going. No more, please! Eek! Help! The mood's going crazy. I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment. Widget! Apollo, I can't continue the session without him. Calm yourself this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit to your therapy session. What in blazes? Look at me, I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal. Yeah, they stole the gavel. Whoa, this has gone way too far. Bailiff, arrest that drone this instant. Stop resisting. If you don't come quietly, I'll fire. Give Widget back right. Aye. Way too much screaming for 4 in the morning. And the entire courtroom died that day. There were no survivors. Woo. Finally got him back. Nice work. This witness is truly a handful. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state? That's how many counts of felony battery, then? Look, the prosecutors never get charged with it. Witness certainly isn't. Let's see, he's emotionally all over the map. So his out-of-control emotions are in control of him, huh? Does that mean we could calm him down if we could figure out the root cause? Yes, so let's see what we could find. Sarge, can you hear me? Oh, is that you, Corps Woman Sykes? Corps Woman. I'm here now. I'm here. Now I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out. And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out. All forces, attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Dad was still hanging around after he got kicked out when I heard more fighting, and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room, and Papa grinning with delight. That's when he must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. Man, that looks like a very comfortable outfit to wear. I gotta get new shorts. Or I gotta see if my shorts fit me. So he has 2 out-of-control emotions, huh? And all he has to do is find out what's causing them to run wild like this. Yes, whatever the cause, it should appear somewhere in the mood matrix. Let me know if you think you found it. Ugh, easier said than done. Don't suppose you have any ideas on where to start. Well, I would think about Sarge's personality in his past. Those are things that shape a person's emotions. Should be able to find something to work with from there. That's what's still hanging around after he got kicked out when I heard more fighting. Where the fuck is this fire coming from? That's it! Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Was I? Yes, just 6 months ago, you and your mother were caught up in an arsonist's blaze, so it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense. And maybe, just maybe, yeah, it's triggering their PTSD, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world. What do you mean, Core Woman Sykes? In the outside world, you are bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. So you shut yourself in. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine. Wow, the things I take for granted. Now I see. I was afraid. Afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself. About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm and maybe something will come to you. Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was that relic! That relic Papa was studying. It was on fire! The orb was on fire? Hey, Ryan, thank you for the raid. I'm about to stop, but thank you so much. It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames was... Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames. Wait, what? How's this for imagery? This is thumbnail material right here. Some sort of sentient mech. It's a remote control drone. What are you streaming tonight? 14? Nice. What's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from that fire that killed his mother. He might be confusing it with what really happened when his father died. So let me guess, more therapy? Yep, but this time it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand. Hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic is really the Founder's Orb. Mouth was on fire and I saw Mama's face inside.
Objection!
Almost in the orb itself. There's an inconsistency in Sarge's testimony. Is that so? Would you be so kind as to point it out to the court? Well, if you're going to put me on the spot like that, I admit my confidence is waning. I could say the same about my confidence in you, Mr. Justice. Wish you wouldn't, Your Honor. Say, Apollo. Sarge is saying that his father was burning the orb when he was killed. Doesn't that seem funny to you? Considering what the doctor was up to that night, it doesn't add up. Well, now that you mention it... Alright, I better look through the evidence one more time. My Papa must have been killed, if only I hadn't passed out. I believe Sarge's fear of fire is triggering a past memory. As a result, the memory of what he really saw is being suppressed. When he tries to remember, the past memory is being overlaid onto the more recent one. Oh, that mind sure is a tricky beast. So just have to find an inconsistency? Right, once you find an inconsistent statement, present the evidence that proves it. The main issue here is when the doctor was murdered. Was he really killed while Dots was there? Probably this statement.
Objection!
Shit. Please charges fear fire, triggering past memory. Okay. Issue is when the doctor was murdered. Was he really killed while Dots was there?
Objection!
Fuck. Time for special game over. Yeah, we already saw the special game over. I also really want to stop because it's late now. Oh, you missed it? Alright, you know what? Well, I hadn't passed out.
Objection!
Okay, that wasn't right. Here, I'll show it again, and then I'll stop. So it'll actually be like the stopping point for tonight. I know I'm stopping in the middle of a testimony, and that's awful, but we're gonna be picking this right back up on Tuesday. There's a point I wanted to reach, and it's like right after this, but like I don't want to spend the time trying to figure this out.
Objection!
I actually did not mean to present that. I was going to try a wild guess there. Yeah, we're going to get the game over again. I see no need to further prolong this trial. The Defiant Dragons have failed to sufficiently show their right to the item in question. Therefore, ownership is hereby awarded to the plaintiff, Mr. Politician. No custom graphic for defendant or plaintiff. That creep politician stole the Founder's Orb right out of our hands. The dream of revolution in the kingdom of Kurain died that day, and we returned to our daily lives. As for my relationship with Mr. Wright, the word awkward comes to mind. Let's just say it was never really the same. That's it. There's another one later, though. Later on in the case, there's a second special ending. Essentially, there's no way to get a guilty verdict in this entire case, because every time it leads to special endings. Damn cold, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this one is. We're gonna just take the L right now. Where am I? There I am. And here I am. Phoenix wins again. Yeah, it's a good ending. Phoenix still wins. He's like Triple H. He always wins, except he's not an asshole like Triple H. Anyway, thank you so much for coming tonight. No, I was late. I know the stream is a bit shorter. Well, actually, it's about 3 hours now, but thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Again, sorry about being late all the time. This week coming up, you can expect more Ace Attorney on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow I will not be here, and then Thursday through Saturday I will not be here. I will probably be back on Sunday, and I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll see. As May continues on, I have to kind of gauge what my timing is in terms of other stuff. I don't have anything huge going on that's gonna take me away from streaming, except for Anthrocon, and that's not until the beginning of July. So we should have time to get through some stuff, especially since Nintendo doesn't seem to be releasing anything prior to July that I'm desperately want to play. So anyway, thank you so much for coming by. If you want more streams, you could check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. As usual, it's just me and Writer Fluff right now. So, instead, who can I raid here? How long has this person been streaming? Hey, you know what? Sure. They're doing Baltro and I guess watching Dragon Ball Daima. Okay, cool. Wait, Mika plays? Who? Okay, let me see. I don't think I'm following them, so I have to check that one. Oh no, they are. Okay. They've only been streaming for 45 minutes, so there's less chance that they're done. Okay. Alright. I didn't see the other person I was gonna raid streaming, so I figured it'd be good to give them a raid, but maybe not if they're not actually playing anything right now. Anyway, you all have a great start of your week. I know it's Monday. For me, I'm trying not to think about it because it's like a Wednesday for me since I'm gonna be off 2 days. And I'm just hoping to get through it. Anyway, you all have a good afternoon. Be safe if you're going out or anything. If you're going on vacation this week. If you're going to FWA, if you're going anywhere like that this week, be careful. Take care. I'll be back Tuesday and Wednesday with more Ace Attorney, and we'll see where things go from there. Good night. I want to say hi to Mika Plays.